Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. As always, I'm Robo, and today there's some news, but there's not a whole lot of news. So there may be a little bit of rambling, there may be a little bit of filler. Nah, I never ramble, I never fill. What the hell are you talking? Not me. No. But let's talk about some Super 7, some Square Enix, which is kind of cool, some Bandai, and whatever else I run across. First up, Super 7, last week, as soon as I posted the weekly, they posted some new information about Masters of the Universe Classics. Sometimes it can't be helped, you know, it just happens like that. But they showed the final figures and accessory loadouts for the Collector's Choice Wave 2 and the Club Grayskull Wave 2. Now for Collector's Choice, they showed Dalamug. He's got the flippy faces. He comes with a Horde symbol that apparently shoots off, and then he has the original toy version of the Horde symbol. Granita comes with her rock pieces and her laser gun. Yeah. Card comes with these weapons with all these cool names that I would have to look down at my list right now, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. But look at these weapons and look at Card. And then finally Rap Trap with his weapons. I'm not attached to this character at all. I don't get into the concept characters. I know a lot of people do. That's just not for me. Nostalgia plays a big role in my collecting of this line. And then for Club Grayskull Wave 2, the Manny faces, they've done some tweaks to them. Yeah, it's kind of plain. And I've heard people say that, but it's the Filmation look. That cartoon was pretty plain when you actually just look at it. And then all of his weapons that he comes with, this guy's loaded out. Tongue Lasher, who, there's no attachment here. I don't know, he kind of looks like he should be in My Little Pony. Nothing against My Little Pony, swear, but he just has that look to his head. But he has an alternate head with the open mouth. He has a jetpack and then a blaster. Mer-Man is looking amazing. I swear, it's almost like they just scanned the original cartoon and put it into plastic form. But Mer-Man comes with his weapons, including his corn sword. I don't know why I call it that. I've been calling it that since I was a kid. I think it's because when I was a kid, my mom had these corn on the cob holders. They had stabby things. They had metal pins that went into the ends of a corn on the cob, and you would hold it, but they looked like little corns themselves. So I was holding corn that was holding my corn while I was eating corn. And the sword looks like those, or those look like the sword, one or the other. And then finally there's Sorceress, and I've seen some comments of that head looks terrible compared to the original that we saw on there. That's because this is actually the alternate head for Kudik Ungal, the Sorceress before the Sorceress. If you look down here, it's the actual head we saw on the figure at first. It's the Sorceress that we all know and love. But it also shows her two sets of wings, one flared out, one laying down, so you can have her arms up or down. And then finally Zoar. We have this from the Classics line, but the wings are all out. You put it on the perch, it looks like it's about to fly off. I really dig this. Just sitting on the perch, just neutral, natural. It looks like Filmation. I couldn't be happier with this. Now here comes a bunch of I don't knows. Somebody last week commented on why I wasn't covering the Square Enix Bring Arts line, and I essentially said, I don't know, hadn't heard of it, but I went searching and found these. And even though I don't know what this game is about, and I'm not even going to try to say I did any kind of research or anything, I just know that these toys look great. And that would be the Bring Arts Nier, Automata, 2B, and Machine. Now I'm guessing her name is the 2B because obviously the Machine is the Machine, but I may have that wrong. Maybe she's the Machine and he's 2B. But there's also a Machine 2-pack that comes separately, so I'm pretty sure I have that right. But me not having a clue what this property is has no bearing on me looking at this figure and going, whoa, that's a nice figure. It looks to be nicely painted, nicely sculpted, nicely articulated, and that's the 3 check marks on my list of, is this a good figure? Check. Yep. Not to even mention Machine, which it's just that metal look, it's that robot look. It kind of throws back to the 3A thing, and which I bought some of, but I never really got into. This, I could get a 2-pack and the one that comes with 2B, and I'm set. I'm good to go. Because the good thing about this, unlike most other Square Enix products, I'm looking at you, PlayArts Kai, these are affordable. 2B and Machine is about $60 and will come out in March, while the Machine set is $40 and comes out in April. Now it's 6-inch, it's affordable, it's from a company, well, I have a few of the PlayArts Kai. I've had some QC issues, but for the most part they're pretty good, except for the changing scale. But I didn't know that they had already released a figure in the Bring Arts line, and that would be the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Now if you watch my Mickey review, you know that I don't have any clue about Kingdom Hearts. But just looking at this, again, it looks great, nice sculpt, and especially the colors. There's just something about it that makes me want it, even though I have no place for it. But that's what happens when I see a good-looking action figure. Now, I think this released back in July, and even though I may not give the Sora a try, I'm putting the 2B and Machine on pre-order. Because I want Square Enix to know that there are people out there who want this scale, who want this size, who want this quality, and who wants this price point. Now, the PlayArts Kai line used to be semi-affordable, and it just kept getting up there, and priced me completely out of it. So hopefully with this line, they'll keep their heads down on their shoulders and, you know, keep it affordable. And then put out more properties that may bring in other collectors. Storm Collectibles has teased the final prototype for their Street Fighter V Alex. Now we saw this back at Comic-Con 2016, I think it was, back when we went, who's Storm Collectibles? And then Storm Collectibles right after that went, we're Storm Collectibles, bitch. Here you go. Given the quality and the articulation and everything else about the other figures that I've seen from Storm Collectibles, I have no clue who Alex is. And this seems to be the running theme of today, of me not knowing what the hell I'm talking about. But Alex looks cool. And again, that's what it comes down to. No price, no release date. I'm sure as soon as I post this, Storm will come along and, you know, post all that information, but that's just something to talk about next week. Also in the tease department, the Bandai Figure-rise standard Dragon Ball Z line. Somewhere in a magazine or an order form or something for the Broly figure they just solicited, they have a teaser down at the bottom for Piccolo and Gohan. Now we already have a Gohan, he's in Super Saiyan mode, and it doesn't really do a lot to tell us whether this is a 2-pack like we've seen with Vegeta and Trunks and then Krillin and Goku, or if Piccolo just comes with parts to put on the existing Gohan. Because it looks like the Kid Gohan hair sticking up all spiky, different from the Super Saiyan, but he's not wearing the cape piece. Piccolo on the other hand, are you a Yoshi? Piccolo on the other hand is looking amazing. He does have that shoulder piece, that collar, the cape, and, well, looking amazing. I'm going by silhouette here, but it being figure-rise and knowing what I know of the previous models, should be cool. Just today, Mezco has solicited their 1/12 Collective Justice League Aquaman. We saw this back at San Diego, and then they teased it earlier in the week. Looking pretty great. I mean, from what I've seen of other lines, I would totally go in for the Mezco line, but all they have is Superman and Batman, and they've announced a couple more, but we'll get to that in a second. Just look at this thing. When I first looked at it, I thought, is this going to be their first fully sculpted figure? No cloth whatsoever, but apparently the damn thing is wearing a bodysuit underneath with the print on it, and then sculpted armor pieces on top. You can't even tell. It's really weird to look at. Freaking me out. It almost makes me think that that should be real hair, a real beard. Now it comes with his trident. It comes with his Atlantean mother box. I haven't seen the movie yet. It's out now, but I don't know when I'll get to go see it. But Khal Drogo as Aquaman? I'm down. I'm good with that. I definitely passed on the Mattel. The Figuarts, which again we'll get to in a second, talk about that. And then the Mafex is looking pretty good, but my newfound love of the 1/12 Collective line may force me to get this if I do like the movie. The price is $80 and it's set to release, at least they say it will release, sometime next summer. Also on the 1/12 Collective front, they said that they are working on prototypes for the Justice League Tactical Suit Batman and Flash, so those should be awesome to see. I missed out on the Batman vs. Superman Batman, which I've played with and it's amazing and I would like it, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. So maybe this is my way of getting that Batman in this line. They've also said they're working on a 1/12 Collective Punisher from this season. Was it today? Start today? Or is it tomorrow? Sometime. I'm gonna have to set aside 13 hours and watch that really quick. But they make a point to say it's not Punisher from Daredevil Season 2. It's from the current look. I don't know if they're waiting to see that look and then start working on it, or if they've got some kind of preliminary pictures from production that they're going to make the figure off. Either way, they said they'll show it at some point. And then finally, the Bandai SH Figuarts Justice League Superman and Flash was also solicited today. We've already seen the Wonder Woman, we've already seen the Batman. Both look great, and these two are no slouch either. Slouches? No slouch? Or whatever. Flash, I think out of all the costumes in Justice League, I think this is the one I like the least. Only because of how busy it is. It looks good. It's red, it's yellow, got some white, everything tied together, and I understand the concept, if that's correct from what I've read before, but it's just too busy. Of course, all the costumes are a little bit busy from this, but that's just how the movie aesthetic is. But it's looking great. He comes with a couple of alternate hands, and that's it. Now, Bandai, I've seen you put extra heads with Star Wars figures that are essentially just, you know, the brow coming down a little bit, or it's like grin. Hell, there's been a couple that you can barely tell the difference. Why not here? Why not give him a smiling mouth, or an open mouth, or a screaming mouth, or something? Just anything to kind of, you know, put it over the top. Of course, be careful what you ask for, because when we get to Superman, yes, he looks good, nice sculpted detail. I'm digging the cape. It looks a little big, but with the wire in it, you can do all kinds of things. I'm guessing there's a wire. I should have probably checked on that before I started recording. This just looks to be way better than the Mafex version that I absolutely hated a couple years ago. Last year? Something. He comes with extra hands and then an alternate head. What the hell is going on here? Someone on the forums put it best. It looks like Bilbo just had the one ring taken from him. Somebody else posted that it looked like a Deadite. It looks like zombie Spider-Man. Damn, red and blue's getting to me, I guess. It looks like a zombie Spider-Man. God, twice! I did that twice in a row, even after I caught myself. It looks like a zombie Superman, which makes sense if I understand the movie correctly, but man, they really shit the bed on this one. Or maybe he does look like that. I don't know. But looking at this thing, not Superman. I don't know why the inside of the mouth is dark. I don't know why the coloring is the way it is. I would have liked to seen a blast coming out, something different, but this, whew, scary. Now that's me way overreacting to a figure I probably won't even get. But when I first saw this, I thought, who is that? Oh. Think about it, these are both Soul Web exclusives. And I don't know if that's, you know, Bandai not having faith in the movie. We see it with some of the Star Wars figures and some of the Marvel figures. Maybe they're just selling to their own market, or maybe they like having Bluefin as a distributor to the rest of the world and they only have to worry about the Asian market. I don't know. Who knows? Bluefin has already announced that they are carrying both of these for the same price that it is overseas. Both figures are running $60. Flash is in April, Superman's in June, and the Bluefin releases will be about a month later than both those dates. So yeah, news. Look what y'all made me go and get. Y'all been talking about getting a Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts figure to have comparisons to the model kits, or trying to talk me into getting into the line in general. Now I do think that the figures were resized after this release, but I just wanted Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta in the black costume, because the model kit comes in the same costume as we got with the regular release. But this definitely looks smaller than the model kit. I may do a comparison in the next figure or fodder or something. But I blame you bastards. Also, can we get a, this is probably going to screw up the sound, but can we get a Hanna-Barbera Legends line? Somebody needs to make super articulated 6-inch figures of most of these properties. I know Mezco did the Space Ghost, but are they going to do more? I want to see everybody. So if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.